future.
So Keir Starmer, if I was a voter who had previously voted Labour and then was very disappointed that you were on the wrong side over Brexit and I voted for Brexit, can you just explain to me why you were in the wallpaper department of John Lewis in the last week? How does that help the voters of Hartlepool?
Well, I'll tell you what that was all about. It was about whether the Prime Minister is being straight. And I've asked people in Hartlepool this, so I'm very happy to share it with you. When I asked people in Hartlepool whether they would know who had paid for the refurbishment of their own flat or house, they all answered yes and laughed at the idea that the Prime Minister says he doesn't know. The Prime Minister is not being straight. I think being Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is the biggest honour and privilege and duty that could possibly be held by anybody. And the idea that somehow, into the conversation in the last week, we've said, well, it's priced in that our current Prime Minister isn't going to be straight about simple things. He knows he paid for that refurbishment of his flat, and he's not being straight about it.
I think the point Susanna's making, I mean, you know, was it your idea to go and have that photo opportunity in John Lewis? You can discuss the issues and quite rightly speak to your constituents, but it was a little bit bizarre and strange that so much to do that you and your team found the time to find the nearest John Lewis store and go and have a photo with some wallpaper. Whose idea was that?
Let me take that head on. That day, I'd been in Manchester, I'd been in Lancashire, I was in Salford. I then went across that very day to Hull, and then the next day I went from Durham up to Hartlepool.
Those aren't the pictures that people are looking at, though. They're looking at you doing a stunt about wallpaper. And when you say that you talked to voters and they laughed, I wonder whether actually people just look at that and laugh at it rather than take it seriously and see it as you making a very important political point about the integrity and trustworthiness of the Prime Minister.
I think you're missing a very, very important point here.